think we're going now. That should sound all right. Trying a different mic because my other one is just getting too much background noise and crackling. I'm hoping this will be a little quieter with the dynamic and also a different way I'm running it. Also, I found out my mixer was running at a different digital rate than my main unit, and that will definitely cause occasional crackles. What's up? Hey, what's up, Sean? Oh, Rockstar. I'm going to be seeing you next week, right, buddy? You going to be down by the Nashville way? I mean, I don't know you're there, but will you be there? That's the question. What's up, Possum Man, Mr. B, Joe Harvey, Metal God, Ben Coombs, Corey Garden, Casual, Purple, Rock. Yeah, I'll be in the Rev booth. I will be at that booth a lot too, right? I'm pretty much sure I'll be hanging. Let me know if the mic is sounding okay. It should sound a little bit better. Hey, what's up, Todd? How did you? Was it you that was texting me about a day in Boston? There's so many people. What's up, Mark? Ahoy, hoy. Ahoy, hoy. Yeah, I think I saw Gary go by real quick. He had a question about something. Sorry, Gary, I missed it. Hold on. Sounds good. All right. This is just my normal stuff. Yeah, this is another select strat. Your voice sounds dead sexy. In a world where Sean Tubbs is playing guitar at the Rev booth. Yeah, I got another select. Oh, except now I have Wackinsy Mikinsy. Yeah, one of these showed up for short money, like under $1,000, and I was like, okay. And so I picked it up. And matter of fact, I'm gonna sell this one here because they're very similar guitars, and I went back and forth between the two, but I just prefer, I think, the neck on this one to that one. Although that one does have one extra. That has some things going for it. The pop-in bar versus the screw-in bar. I actually like that. And the noiseless pickups. These are definitely not noiseless. And it's got Graphtec saddles on it. Anyway, it's got the roller nut on it too. Anyway, was that Krell bar in here? You just relic that select, I know, right? Yeah, the select is actually lacquer too. That's poly. Yeah, here we go. I know, I just reliced it. Yeah, oh, look, it's Agglefish. What's up, Nerf Herder? Yo, Nerf Herder. Who my Nerf Herder? You my Nerf Herder. Yeah, we'll be hanging out next week, bro, right? Yeah, Sean, it's not just like bound. It does have a binding look to it. But it's that, like, crazy channel bound, right, where they just, like, dig, like, a boat hull out and they inlay the fretboard. So the neck, it's like a one-piece neck, right? That's all just maple, like, that bird's eye flamey crap. And then they just let it go up to the side and they dig out a channel bound. So it's got the binding look, which I dig, right? It makes it look like a 65, right? And it's got the oversized dots. I think that's a nod to the 65 look. But it's actually channel bound, which is, I think, just one cooler. This one is cool plus one. No, you might never heard him. I never heard exactly. Yeah, Sean. It was a thing they did for like in 2014. So this is a 2013. They did it on the Select, and then I think they did it on standard poly models in like 2014. I want to say you could get it in like Dakota Red and like a Sonic Blue, and then they did another one, but with the regular headstock instead of the oversized CBS headstock. It had the pre-CBS headstock, and instead of oversized mother of pearl inlays, it's the clay dot inlays, right? So it's the same but different, you know. So every year, if you want, you know, all the selects, and it was single instead of single, double. So just, you know, it's the same. Everything else is the same with sort of a flame maple top with a thing, but, you know, a flame maple neck or a, you know, a bird's eye neck or whatever. That was like the 2014 model. What's up, Kenny? How much was this? This was under $1,000. Actually, quite a bit on, you know. I couldn't pay for it fast enough. Didn't come with a case though, but he threw in like a generic case to get it from point A to point B. But it was, you know, not a Fender case, and certainly like didn't really even fit it all that well. Good evening, Rod from Rozzy. What's up? I spent my friggin' youth in Rozzy. My God, down at the fucking, down at the Greek spa. Those two old guys. They were like straight out of friggin' the Muppets. Gary says too bad about Rift City. Yeah, it is. So where's the Black Spirit 200? It's right. It's right now. I did. I got a Black Spirit. It was waiting for me when I got home. Right there. And they sent a 212 cab, which is right there. And that's the Grandmeister 40 under it, right there. God, you know, it's so hard when you're not, it's not a mirror image. It's like, it's opposite world here. It's hard. It's hard. But there's the Black Spirit right there. Now, the combo I used for the show, I combo number 11. How appropriate. That one went to 11. The combo number 11, I'm trying to see if I can get that sent to me, but it might be tricky. The good thing about the Black Spirit is it doesn't matter whether it's U.S. or U.K. or Germany. It's got an automatic switch in the back, just like your phone adapter does, because it's got a built-in power supply that does that automatically. So unlike a tube amp where you would have to get the correct transformer, and so they really have to have the one made for like your voltage versus these, which just are plug and play pretty much around the world. Steve, so who wins, the Spirit or the Grandmeister? You know, they're both really good amps. I would say that if I was a gigging musician, I would probably be happier with taking the Black Spirit out. It's a lot lighter. It runs a lot cooler. It's really loud at 200 watts, and we had that thing. I don't know if you saw Phil McKnight's video. That was real. I thought he was in the room next door and not across the friggin' field from where we were out in like that like remote filming section when we were at SpiritCon. It was so loud, I said, oh, geez, someone's right next door. But they had all the doors open, so the sound was coming through the door, and it just sounded like he was like right in the room next door, but he wasn't. He was like, you know, 200 feet away. What's up, Merrimack, Mass? What's up, Coots? Steve, do you ever throw a little pedal board together? Yeah, in fact, I had a friend over who we were building up some pedal boards, but then I ran out of time and everything else, so I'll get something going. What's up, Tersec? Are both stores closing? Yeah, they're going completely out. He just wants to get he might have had something, another business opportunity come his way, and just says, you know what am I doing tying all my money up in music? Maybe I'll switch to some new tech thing or whatever, he wants to. But yeah, I think he's just sort of done. It's a fickle business. It always has. I mean, look at bigs like Mars Music came and went. A lot of a lot of stores have come and daddies, come and gone. The other big one was LaSalle. Sam Ash is still going, but Manny's is out. I'm looking for any cool guitar shops in the New England area. Matt's is really good. I really like Matt's. I think he's one of the best dealers around. Then it's either is it Mr. C's or Mr. Music or both? I forget now. A lot of them are gone. It's really not what it was 25 or 30 years ago. It's just been a huge change. But yeah, the one to go to, it's a small place, but Matt's is pretty good. Axe Palace is good. Again, it's pretty small, though, and it's way out of the city. It's a little bit of a drive. Even Matt's is more highway friendly than Axe Palace. All right, I'm paying attention to the chat now. So if I miss something, post it again. Great time to pick up a reverend. Yeah, if you want a reverend from Rift City, I agree with that, Krellbar. Krellbar, I got an Ibanez here with your name on it, buddy. And I don't mean just the fireman. Bring cash. Steve, you ever come to Long Island? I don't think so. I've been to Manhattan a few times, but I don't know if I've ever been to Long Island. People are saying House of Guitars and Performance Music Center in Woburn. Yeah, Performance Music. They've been around a long time. I forgot about them. Yeah. See, I'm a South Shore guy, so I don't have the North Shore ones right on me brain. What's up, the dog, Pa? What's up, Scar, my guitar? Are you a professional guitar player? Well, I did just play in front of 22,000 people. True story. And it simultaneously became a part of the world record for the most amount of live musicians at a single time, 1,002. The largest group of musicians in a live show. We were wearing Bluetooth headphones to sync us all up. It's a tribute to technology that they were able to pull that off. Everyone had their part in their ears very loudly, counting it out with a full click track. That goes a long way into not sounding like shit. Hey, what's up? China Guitar? Well, hold on, he's asking me if I remember something. I remember conversations at a convenience store 40 years ago, but if you're asking me to remember chord changes, can you remember the chord changes from which one? From our song? When will that video be out? Well, that was kind of a funny thing. So they did. Oh, thanks, Scott. Yeah. See, this guy gets it. This guy gets it. The 22,000 people sticker. That's for you, bro. You're awesome. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it was a thing where they were like, we had to sign this massive contract that we signed away all our subsidiary rights. I mean, it was it's pretty long, pretty involved. Our likenesses, our images, our playing, mechanical and reproductive rights. Had to give a pint of blood. It was pretty, and they were pretty angry about people videotaping. Oh, thanks, Will. Any recommendations for new quality music to listen to? Seems like new music is either complicated for the sake of complication or simple for the sake of simplicity. I'm 31. I feel old and obsolete. Dude, tack on 20. Trust me, it gets worse. Who do I like lately? I'm a big fan of Lake Street Dive. I've been really digging them. And there was someone else recently that I was listening to. It'll come to me. And I was like, I really dig this band. But I really like Lake Street Dive. They're Boston people who, they were like, New England Conservatory graduates, I think. And they got the harmonies down. They just added a keyboard player. It really filled out the band. I felt it could have used it, and it really worked out, yeah. But as far as the videotaping for the event, they were pretty militant about it. So I was kind of up front, right behind the guitar guru, and I moved. I changed. I happened to be talking with Joss Allen. He's like, well, now that I've learned the songs, I regret going to the, I was in the second row and he was in the third row. He's like, I regret going to the third row. But I was at the end of the second row, so I was like right there, Hey, what's up, Aljon, buddy? I'm going to be seeing you in less than a week. Can't wait. And so we switched places. He's like, I regret not picking a place up front now that I know the songs. And we had to learn 18 songs pretty quickly. And it's funny because it took us a while to learn it. And at one point I said, hey, remember when we all thought we were pretty good guitar players? Because we're all like, wait, what was that? What was that section? It's F major to F minor to C. Little G sharp diminished. That's the tone I use for the whole thing, pretty much. Steve, you going to Summer NAMM? I am going to Summer NAMM. I will be there Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday. I'll be there Wednesday night, all day Thursday, all day Friday, and Saturday until about 5 o'clock or so, and I have a 7:20 flight to catch back home. Steve from Boston, any thoughts on scalloped fretboards? I like them. I don't know if I could use one for everyone. I have one on my RG 560. I am a fan. People tell me I play better on it. And once you get used to it, it really does feel a little weird. It's like the world's tallest frets. And it'll get you left-hand discipline as far as like compressing too hard or moving stuff out. You need to have a light touch on that left hand, which you can have because there's no fretboard sort of pushing back on you, right? It's what I call it, like the skating rink, right? It's pretty wide open. Yeah, don't look back in anger. Exactly. Where's Summer NAMM? Summer NAMM is in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, you do a line and I do a line, honey. You do a line and I do a line, babe. You do a line and I do a line, two and blow to the morning time. You do a line and I do a line. You ever see that on South Park? You're like, did you dance? So you're like, sure. He goes, watch this. You snort K and I snort K, honey. You snort K and I snort K, baby. You snort K and I snort K, morning day. Oh, I'm having having fun. Bringing back some hot chicken. My hotel is very close to Maddie's. I think it's like across the street from it. Like, so like there's my hotel and then a tiny little bit of street, and then you walk down and Maddie's is like at the end of that. It's like 2 buildings down. What video are you using for the tone here and on your videos, please? I am using the sweet, sweet sounds of THU by Overloud. Mumbles lyrics to avoid demontation hammer. See, some guys get me. You do a line and I do a line, honey. You do a line and I do a line, babe. You do a line and I do a line, doing blow till the morning time. That was a country song in the 80s, right? That's pretty much 80s country. Oh. Well, that's cool, but does he dance to any other songs? Oh, sure. You snorkay and I snorkay, honey. You snorkay and I snorkay, baby. Face any risk? Well, we always have copyright lately. Well, we always face a risk of copyright. You know, mumble, exactly. Exactly. You have that. You really do. I feel like my voice is coming through a little better with this. I think this microphone is really capturing the essence. Let me know if it's popping too much. I put this extra filter on it. Even though it has a built-in windscreen, I have this second windscreen, and I have a third pop filter like right here, just in case. There we go. Yeah, we had to do Smoke on the Water for the show. Cool. Glad to hear that it's coming through good. Yeah, people are saying it sounds good. Pops just a little bit. That's on purpose. I can't even keep a straight face. Yeah, what else did we do on what else did we do? We did Guitar Gate. What's up? What's up, my bud? This is a 2013. It came with a white pickguard, but I switched it out for a mint green. I thought the white was a little too white, a little too bright. And the one that came in, the guitar itself is like mint, but the pickguard, it's like the guy was like strumming it with a friggin' rock or something. It's like underneath the strings, it was really scratched up. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, 18 tunes, right? What else did we do? God, I'm drawing a blank. Player strats are US made. I don't know. This is the Select. This is USA made, but Are the player strats? I don't think so, right? The player strat is a MIM. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in there. What's up? Thanks, Billy. What's up, Sean? What's up? Is it just me, or does this sound select better than the other one? I think it sounds better, too, and I think it might be that I pulled the pickguard off and replaced the pickups and spent quite a little bit of time tuning the pickups to the correct height. Could have just been a pickup height thing, to be honest. Oh, thanks, Mixed Dat Salt. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, select okay. Select USA okay. Players and MIM. Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. Why don't you use some real amps? Well, what are amps other than just signal processing, right? I mean, at the end of the day. Not to burst your bubble. But I have plenty of real amps, but it's hard to get that and go through here and do the system line. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? If I was going to run it through, I would run it through the friggin' red box out on that thing. Then you'd be like, well, why run it through a red box out? Right? You can't win. And I like the sound of this. I just think it sounds good. And I don't think they all sound the same. I think the same guy playing the same riffs through the same rig is going to sound quite similar. But I hear huge differences between the guitar. I hear a huge difference between that and that. That's like night and day, I mean, that's a massive difference, but maybe you're not hearing it. Could be if you're listening through your phone. That could definitely be a hindrance. What's up, Steve, the golfer from Ireland? If you weren't a golfer, I'd be disappointed. Right? I think you're right, Krailbar. I think this one, I don't know. I think I just have the pickup set at a better height. Does your Strat have less hum in the post? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, hum. No hum. Hum. No hum. No hum. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Right? No hum. Still no hum. There goes the hum. No hum. So the middle pickup is reverse wound. Fender American Select Strat HSS on Guitar Center right now for $689. Really? Just make sure it has this little dot back here, because sometimes they listen as Select. That is your badge of Select. If it has that, throw money at the screen quickly. Because they did make some channel bound ones in solid colors that aren't necessarily Select. Really good guitars, though, and $689 would be a killer price on it. I paid a little bit more than that, but not much more. Never mind, only Scotland is the home of golf. Yeah. No. Yeah. But when I think of golf, I definitely think of like Scottish, Irish, English, right? That's your golfing crew right there. All right, I'm trying to pay attention to the. Hey, Steve, what do you think of the shows? Always. Steely Dan is best band ever. I love Steely Dan. You know. like that. Play a few Satriani type muted riffs. Oh, thanks, Rock Nutter. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Golf is a great way to ruin a nice walk. I cannot play golf at all. We were talking about that because one of the guys, Jay Leonard Jay, is a huge golfer. Like, he's way into playing golf. And so I was just explaining to him, I just can't do it. In fact, like, one of the worst days of my life was a friend of mine was like, let's head down the driving range and go grab a bucket of balls. I'm like, sure. So embarrassing. It was like my most embarrassing day of my life. I keep chipping them off the side with these giant clank. Thank God they had that board there, or else I would have just I would have been shanking them like left and oh my God, it was so bad. I could not hit it straight on. I finally got one ball to like actually go out into the field. 1 out of 100. I had 99 loser balls that chipped off the side of the board and rolled 10 to 15 feet in front of me. And I had one ball to actually go out, like maybe, 50 yards. You know, I was like, wow, that was like towards the end. I finally got one. Oh, my God. I'm like the world's worst golfer. But I went golfing. What's the joke? I went golfing once. I quit when I hit 2,000 strokes. And we said, I'm not even going to try for hole 3. The Fender Select Strat on GC isn't the same. It's burgundy with no canoe fretboard and the sheet covering half the headstock. So the Select, I think they started making them, I want to say in either 2009 or 2010, and they were different every year. So the 11 was a certain look, certain fretboard, right? Maybe didn't have the channel bound. But it would be nice. I mean, it's going to be like, but they had one year it was like a painted neck with a mahogany body. Those are probably the least expensive ones that you see out there, even though it really is under the Select, nomenclature. It's the one I think that I see the least resale. I get my headphones caught up in my foot here. Here we go. But the better one I think is the 2013 and the 2014. So the 2011 and the 2012, fancy woods, unbelievable tops and necks, flames and all that stuff, like really high end. It's the last stop before the custom shop, as they would say. 2013, they introduced this one with the channel-bound neck. They do it again in 2014 with a little bit different style. And then I think 2015 was like a flame maple neck with I want to say like a cedar, Portford cedar, some sort of cedar body, just to make it different from all their prior models. And then that was it. Then they were done. I don't think they did it 2016. Strat looks like a Highway 1. Yeah, did they ever do a channel-bound Highway 1? And they probably didn't have a neck like that on a Highway 1 either. And I doubt Highway 1s were lacquered. This is all lacquer. Yeah, you're just looking at CBS headstock, right? It's like every guitar between 1965 and 1980 had this headstock. 1982, roughly. What's up, Dave R? So tell us about the Black Spirit combo. What's your thoughts? That amp is friggin' awesome. Seriously. No joke. It's a smaller than I thought amp because they close the back and they use a port in the front. And, you know, I tend to play amps at fairly low volume, but there were a lot of guys there that really cranked it up. And Kafir was doing some, like, Pink Floyd out there. He had that amp cranking. It sounded so freaking good. And someone else had it going, too. A couple of people. Joss Allen had it all cranked up. Sounded amazing. I'm a big fan. I think it sounds killer. I got the head right there. But I'm trying to get the combo. You know? What's Rainbow in the Dark? What's better sound quality, the Katana or the Black Spirit? I think the Black Spirit, but it's a lot more expensive amp. That Katana is half the money. So, it's digital modeling versus analog, some crazy analog switching that they do, that they're way tight-lipped about. You know, I definitely think the Black Spirit is better than the Katana, but it's like double the money. Right? It's 200 watts versus 100 watts, but still, you know, it's up there. It's like I think $1,000 head or $1,000 combo, maybe a $900 combo. I don't really know for sure. Uses a Celestian creamback, I think, in it. No, I don't think this is mahogany. I think this is an alder body. I think this one's alder body with the maple cap. Obviously, maple neck and rosewood fingerboard. What's up, Jasco Supply Company? Plumbing supply. So the 200 watts, really, I don't really think you can push all 200 watts until you have a second cab plugged in. Because before that, I believe it's 16 ohms. So at 16 ohms, I believe it's 120 watts. And when you plug in that second cab, it goes, or it's 100 watts, it goes to 200 watts. I don't think it's quite a doubling, though, right? I think it maxes out at 200. But they had that thing cranked up. I had mine at considering it's off around 7 a.m., right, if you look on the dial, and it's on its maximum at like 5 p.m., right? I had that thing around 10 o'clock, and it was cranking. And then we switched to, I had it around 11, and then for the show, friggin' Phil McKnight was in front of me. He was so freaking loud. He was pointing away from me, and I could hear his amp louder than mine. He had his on noon. I set mine to noon, and I was all set after that. Never buy anything from Stratosphere. I did. I needed a pick guard, and they were the only people that had it because they obviously stripped it off a guitar. And I bought a pick guard from them. Thanks, Metalhead Hippie. Steve, congrats on the record. What do you think about RNCR Pro Solid State amps? Good. I like them. I got one right there. I've had this one for like 8 months now, and it's pretty damn awesome. It's a heavy amp, so I don't know if it's a really great gigging amp unless you have a little two-wheeler, because that amp is going to hurt you. It's going to put a world of hurt on you. But it's beefy. It's like for home, and you want an amp you can like put out in the garage or down in the basement and like just crank it up. That amp will do it. It sounds pretty damn good. It's straight up analog. Just analog solid state, but I think it sounds pretty awesome. I bought a Lefty Fender USA Candy Red Body for $200. Made a parts caster with it. Sounds amazing. I see that similar stories on a pretty regular basis. Right? It's a nice body to start or a nice neck to start with, and then just build out from there. Checking the, you guys want to do a slideshow? Well, we could. How many people we got? What else did we do? Yeah, we had a lot of fun. China, hey bro, 2 parties. Need my bed, bro. Love you, night all. Hey, have a good one, my bud. I will. I'll see you again at some point. At some point. Oh, maybe. I might see you again. I'm back in Germany in September. Maybe I'll see you there. Well, we'll see. I don't know. All right. Well, so people are saying the audio and video out of sync. They shouldn't be. Let me know. Let me know if audio and video is out of sync. But I actually, people are saying slideshow. All right. Let me know if I'm out of sync. Trying to show you my hands. Okay, Gary says it's in sync for him. All right, so everyone's saying it's in sync. All right, cool. All right, good. All right, hold on to your butts, because I am okay, and out in West Cork. Okay, so that's pretty far away. That's a pretty far transmission, and you seem to still be in sync. So that's good. Okay. I am going to try and start this. Hold on to your butts. Wow. See? Sometimes I'm freaking awesome. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome to my I guess it's SpiritCon, right? SpiritCon 2? Welcome to my SpiritCon slideshow. All right. That was the intro. We're having fun. Oh, we are having fun. All right, so this is the start of my crazy odyssey. People know I am the Wes Anderson of photography. I'm down with the symmetry, and that's my night flight. It was actually a 10 p.m. flight, which I was pretty happy about, because you can sleep on the flight. So that was pretty good, and I was pretty happy about it. And for the first time, I had an exit row seat, so I had no seat in front of me, and I actually really liked that. Love the leg room, brah, and the ability to jump right up on the plane. If you got to go to the bathroom, you don't have to sneak out of your row. Just jump right up and go. It's pretty freaking awesome. And there we are, flying over some country. Just looking at the forestry below, I'm going to say Germany. That's looking pretty Germanic. And a little bit more of Germany from the sky. And where pretty much I spent most of the week. I'm in a place called St. Wendel. So I flew into Frankfurt, and then I had to hop on a train. It was so freaking hot that day. It was like 96 degrees Fahrenheit. I think they said it was 36 or 38 degrees Celsius. The train like was running too hot. We had to like stop at one of the train stations for a while. And as I was taking the train out, on the side of one of the hills appeared to be a castle. I thought that was pretty cool. But this is Saint Wendell Church. I think this is like the main cathedral. I think it's from the 13th century, the 12th to the 13th century. And has been standing on, and it has some super old freaking bones in it. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bean? There's the hotel. It was pretty old. And that was the spaghetti. Let's get right to the important stuff. There was an ice cream truck that came by every day, and one of the items was spaghetti ice cream, where he makes this spaghetti ice cream. He covers it with strawberry sauce and then shaved white chocolate to make quote-unquote spaghetti. And I got to say, pretty friggin' awesome. This is what I was drinking most of the nights. This is a Weiss beer. Let's get to the important stuff. What beer was I drinking? Mainly this, a nice cloudy wheat beer, an unfiltered wheat. Big fan. Notes of orange and coriander. And then, of course, this guy with the You Win shirt. I mean, Henning, God, I love this guy. Seriously. That shirt says it all. That shirt says it all. I swear to God, I got to bring the spaghetti ice cream to America because it's not around here, and it feels like, it would be a thing. That was my bed. I know it looks cool, like some stupid freaking flying saucer. Apparently, I had a heart-shaped tub in the middle. I was in like the friggin' honeymoon suite or some shit. But that was a slab of plywood with a friggin' futon bed over it, and not very comfortable. And that's the east-facing window, and it's the only window without a blackout curtain. So, I was up early. And that was the guitar I used for most of the week. This is an RG, I want to say 5120 in Frozen Ocean finish. I'm a big fan. I'm a fan. It's got the Fisherman pickups. This is your typical German lunch. It's meat with a side of vegetables, a piece of bread. And it was pretty damn good. Lots of gravy. Don't forget the gravy. This is one of the recording areas. You can see the Black Spirit combo in the background. They had two of them back there, plus an extra cab. From left to right, that was, oh God, I can't think of his name. French guy, super nice guy. He has the guitar cookbook. Oh God, I'm trying to think of his channel name and I can't think of it. Anyway, and then it's Harry from Harry and the Guitar, and then of course Joss Allen, followed by Vladimir from Catpick Studios, and then Jack from Toxic Externity, or Toxic Externity, something like that. He's really good guitar player and a super nice guy. This is Mr. Fastfinger's watermelon shoes and socks. It wasn't enough to have watermelon socks. He went the full mile with that one. Gotta say they're pretty nice. This is one of my favorite photos I took. It's sort of very Last Supper-ish, You have a lot going on there. Just take that one in a second while I sip my coffee. You know who we're missing in this? Robert Baker. God, if he was only here right now. Hey! Who's that? Is that Robert Baker? Oh, yeah, look at that. It's the Bakester right there. Gonna see you next week, my bud. We'll be getting lit down in Nashville. So yeah, you got there's Harry. That's Jack again. You have I would say Michael Wagner, but his name is really Mikhail Wagner. And then oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue. See, I'm not good with new people. He needs to be at like many events before I'm going to remember his name. Purdue, something like that. I forget now. I'm wicked bad. Steve Stein, who is super awesome. Love this guy. That's Tom. He's part of the Guitar Demo Bros with Joss. That's the French dude again, whose name, again, it's killing me. I can't remember it. I'll remember it. Another French, she does like cover stuff. Ugh. There's Henning back there. There's Phil McKnight. There's Trey Xavier, who went 2 weeks without his friggin' bag. They lost his goddamn bag with all of his clothes in it. He's wearing the same, not the same clothes, but, you know, a lot of repeats for like the last 2 weeks, poor guy. And that is Mr. Fastfingers, who, after he took out his guitar, I remembered actually meeting him like in 2016, and I mentioned it, and he sort of remembered it too a little bit. All right. And then I got everyone to look up. He's giving me the pirate eye. And, again, pretty good photo. Nice little family photo. Of course, I can't be in it because I'm taking it. Look, I'm in it now, right? Because I'm up here. Yo. Yeah, Paul Davids was in TGU, but Paul Davids wasn't at this event. Another shot of the cathedral. Nice little vertical shot. I was up super early. Beautiful day that day, too. God, it was gorgeous. It really got nice and dry there. A little bit of the side of the cathedral. It was getting towards the end of the day. Looking pretty good. Nice and shadowy. And then I switched. This is important for those taking notes. I switched from the wheat beer to the dark ale. It was toasty, and it wasn't as bready, right? So it's more malty, not as yeasty. It was really good. It had like malty sweetness to it, and sort of a toasted finish. It was pretty good. That is Kafir. If you don't know him, he's there with his custom shop. He's got his little custom shop logo ahead of there. What's up, RJ? And that was the guitar. He bought that guitar and had it shipped straight to the event. That's his Michael Landau custom Strat, which I have to say was pretty damn awesome. I played that a little bit. We were playing it through the amp, and it sounded friggin' amazing. And then we were shooting a commercial one day. You know, we just shooting stuff. You can see you got the combo up on stage, and we're just shooting footage. They brought in a company to shoot it. You know, they're putting lights up and everything up, and you know, everybody's doing their thing, shooting video. And that was the camera. It was an $80,000 Red Dragon that they used for the commercial they were shooting. I'm sure the dynamic range on that thing is going to be friggin' crazy good. So nice. You know, if I was a tech channel, maybe you could afford one of those. There was the amp outside at they had like a tent area, and they had electricity out there. They had a photo booth and everything set up, a refrigerator. And it was really nice because you could go out there, and on those days, so the first day it was like 96 degrees and super humid, but then the next day it was like, 20 degrees cooler and not nearly as humid. And then the following day, it was like 75 degrees out with a 35 degree dew point. It was friggin' crisp. That was like that was like an October day for me in Boston. I was loving it because we don't get those kind of breaks here in the summer. And you might get a little audio here. Let's see what you get.
Now in glow in the dark. Bedtime? I don't think so.
Was that an actual thing?
No thanks, Mom. I don't think so. Glow in the dark yo-yo by Omega. Skills.
So that was Phil brought yo-yos, and of course Jay Leonard J was like a friggin', and that other dude Jack, like friggin' Yo-Yo Masters. That wasn't a particularly good footage, but they were doing some serious goddamn tricks. I was like, oh my God. And anyway, that night we went out for dinner and I got the steak. The important part is I got the steak, okay, with the pan-fried potatoes, with got little bits of bacon mixed in there, with some green onion and onion. Just it was so good. And then on the top, from left to right, that's barbecue sauce, and then like a honey butter, and then like a chimichurri. Chimichurri. And that's the before and that's the after. Before, after. God damn, that was good. And then we had this ridiculousness, which was like, I practically got that on a dare. I'll do it. Shut up. I'll do it. I'll get it. I'll get that stupid waffle. You watch. It actually wasn't as sweet as it looks. It's a little weird. Yeah, you feel like it'd be sweeter, but it wasn't. And that's what's his name got? Phil. That's Phil McKnight's dish. He wound up going with the spaghetti at the Italian restaurant. We're at a massive festival, but it's against German law to shoot photographs of people. And nobody was taking pictures, so you felt really weird to like take your camera out and start shooting photos, and nobody was doing it. It's not like in the U.S. where everyone's got a goddamn camera out. So I didn't shoot really pictures of people because it was kind of not allowed. What's up, Yorkshire? You make a hell of a pudding. Again, just another shot of the Ibanez. I had a better one from the hotel room. I don't know if it made it to this list, but really like the one from the hotel room. Again, it's a prestige. It's a prestige. So, made in Japan. It's a, pretty damn good guitar. And there we are outside shooting the stuff. They've got the camera out. He's got a big fill light. And we're just shooting, images out there for the... just more video shooting and stuff like that. So this is sort of interesting. We went to go do a tour of the other building. And so the guy was blah, blah, blahing about something. My eyes glazed over. And I noticed, like, on the table there, someone left some friggin' McDonald's coupons. And the first thing I notice is a sandwich right on the front. This friggin', bacon, I want to say jalapenos, pico de gallo, and like nacho chips. That burger is not available in the United States. So I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like the Mexican burger, which you can't even get in the U.S. So I thought that was interesting. I'd take a picture of that to show quite frankly, my kids, because they're like, and then the weird fries in the back, they're almost like these little curly things, right? It's not they're like wedges instead of like French fries. And again, a different the avocado burger. I heard that they're going to try and do that here, but I don't think so. I haven't seen it, but again, just the weirdness when you go over there. It's definitely a different menu than what we have here. So this was downstairs. This is a circuit board printer. It's like you've heard of a 3D printer or whatever. This is a circuit board printer, and it uses basically robotics to pull in these components and literally print them using solder to the surface, right? Extremely efficiently. So it's sort of like automated soldering using basically the closest analogy would be like a printer. It's it was pretty cool. And now we're down in the anechoic chamber. So they have an anechoic chamber, which basically means it has no echo, right? Anechoic, right? No echo. And it was really weird. It was, because it's just so weird not to hear any reflections. You're so used to hearing reflections around you, engaging like what's in the room and where things are. It's just like so bizarre. Another picture from the room. We're standing up on a grate, right? Because there's more of that foam underneath us. because they can't have a flat floor. And they use that to like measure this. Steve Stein, again, wonderful human being. Love this guy. Really, really good guy. And an amazing teacher. Really helped us all out with the material. He knew all the songs. The rest of us didn't. And he was really showing us how, because they have to make the arrangements for massive amounts of people. There's me trying to get a selfie. Of course, my selfie camera is just garbage. Way out of focus. And then, of course, dinner. The meat. It's like these guys with their meat. It's like meat with a side of meat. It's like a giant pan of meat and then like a little pan of like all the sides. So you sort of get the hint. This was from the kitchen, looking out over the Toyota dealership. You can see the mountains in the background. It was pretty cool. See you, Todd. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Again, out at the, at the next day, we're checking out more of the stuff. And then we were on our way to, now you got to remember, I can't show you a lot of what we did at H&K because it's like their video and their stuff. So I can only show you what I could. And I'll have more stuff, some more video stuff I can show you when I put together my video. But I have to be real careful like what I put up here because, you signed non-disclosure agreements and you spend all this time on stuff that I can't talk about. So, that's how that works, unfortunately. But now we're heading to Frankfurt for the Rockin 1000. We were there for like 4 days, and now the last 3 days we're going to spend over in Frankfurt. And we're heading out there. Just a couple of pics on the way. A little bit of the German countryside. Combination of green and brown, pretty much. Reminded me of California, quite frankly, a little bit. Solar farms, a lot of solar farms and wind farms on the route. Again, there's a big giant wind farm, and I'm pretty sure that might be a vineyard. The vineyards were pretty massive there. More wind farms. Look at the size of that's all vineyard. They said they only do white. They don't do red. It's all white grapes, but that's look how huge that is. It's a massive vineyard up here. And then that's the Rhine River. So we're at the Rhine River, very famous river, probably the largest river in Germany. And I got a quick pic of that. And now we are at the first rehearsal. And it was a giant mess. So here's what happened. We get to the place, and that's not Henning up there on the right. He looks like him, but it's not him. So we get to the place, and what happened is that the event was having a friggin' show that night. So we couldn't rehearse in the stadium because they had rented it out to another band who was having a show that night. They had like 50,000 people. The stadium, I think, in a soccer game holds like 60,000 people with the floor empty, right? It's a soccer field. So, it's a pretty big arena. And so they stuck us out in one of it was this weird lot that was all fenced in with spikes on the top of the fence, so you could put your stuff in there and you wouldn't have to worry about it getting stolen because it really was fenced in, and they had only one way to get in through this like main gate. So they had us all in this lot, and this is how we spent the first day pretty much rehearsing. Here's a picture of me with a whole bunch of people behind us. And then there's the first night we went out for dinner. You've got Mr. Fastfingers. There's Phil. There's Trey. I think what was her name? Marika, I think. She was one of the helpers. She was so freaking awesome getting everything together. That's Nico. And there's, I think, hiding in there is Melinda. Again, she was super awesome, and that's, of course, Vladimir from Cat Pick Studios. And this is one of the guitar gurus. This is Claudio. It was really an Italian-run production, and he was staying at the hotel. I saw him in the morning, and we recognized each other from the day before, and I got a quick pic with him. He's a super, super nice guy. just a really good cheerleader. And then we had some time, and again, what a beautiful day. I mean, just crispy, dry, and gorgeous. A day like that we wouldn't have around here until October. And we went to Guitar Point, which is the largest vintage store in, I think, Frankfurt. Certainly Frankfurt, maybe in friggin' Germany. And I went right for the 54. That's a 1954 Strat. It's nice. It was only like 38,000 euros or something. maybe someday. Yeah, me and that. Oh God, I really like that guitar. It had a crazy V-neck on it too. Crazy looking V-neck. That's a 66. And I really like that because it's the same year, as my birth. I'm born in 66. So it's nice to get the 66. And I think there's two of them. I think that's a different one. Let's look. No, that might be the same one. And look at this. From a coily cable. It just burned right through the back of the finish. See that? See those marks? That's coily cable. Because, being left in like a hot... There's no air conditioning in Europe, period. They don't have air conditioning or ice. I don't get it, but apparently that's just it. So they melt. Oh, yeah, this is the other one. That's another 66. You can see it's not quite the same red. The other red band was much thicker. That might be the 54, or that could be a 55 or a 56, and I think that might be a 57. Let's see. Yeah, that might have been a 62, and I remember him saying it had condition issues, aka heavy relic. That was not necessarily a Mary Kay, but I think the same year, but it would need the gold hardware to be technically a Mary Kay. So that was just a, like a blonde Strat. That could have been a 57 or a 58 or a 60. I forget now. That was a 62 Strat or a 63. Right around there, 62 or 63. That's a 79 25th anniversary Strat. They wanted like 2,800 euros. I can buy one of those in the States for about $1,400, in a lot worse condition, but it would be like literally half the money. That is a 1959 Gibson Les Paul Standard, which only Joss played it. I think all of the rest of us were scared shit of it. He wanted 280,000 euros for it, which he said was because it had a little bit of headstock damage. Think about that. Headstock damage knocks it down to 280,000. He said if it was in mint condition, he said it'd be 400,000 euro. That's it. 1959 Gibson Les Paul Standard. That is the holy grail right there. Oh, there's the serial number on the back. See the 9 followed by the 4 digits. And then, sorry, I had it too fast. Now we are we left Guitar Point, and now we are at Session Music. This is all brand new stuff, no vintage. But we ran right over to the relic section, and where Joss is sort of pointing out guitars. We're all like sort of pointing out guitars we dig. These are all like super expensive custom shop guitars. These are all like, 3,000 to 6,000 euro depending on the guitar. No, I didn't play the Les Paul. I was too afraid. God forbid I did anything to it. I was like, I don't need to play it. I'm good. Again, you can just tell this is one of those giant, just retailers that has a little bit of everything. A little bit more of the custom shop stuff. Custom shop here, custom shop there. More custom shop, white over sunburst, pretty standard. Telly, this might have been the reverse headstock one. Yeah, so check this out. It's like a reverse headstock Telly, which Josh Allen was like, I think I love this guitar, but the more we talked about it, he was like, you know, at the end of the day, I'd want more of a traditional. I said, you know, it would never be, you know, right. Hey, what's up, Pooh Ninja? And there he is. We're talking about it. And we're like, buy it, brah, buy it. We're all busting his balls, because we can. That is the high-end custom shop EVH. That thing was several $1,000s. I forget what it was, but it was up in several thousand euros. Total, like, high-end custom. That might have been 12,000 euros. It was some, like, ridiculous amount of money. That was Jay. I think that is the Mary Kay Strat, right? So it's the white with the gold. Does that one have the gold? I think it does. That might be the Mary Kay. He was loving it. There's your money shot right there. See that up there? That, right, the decal that looks like it's, you know, like not quite on there. It's like over the top. And again, more custom shop. I believe that's a master build. If you like the flames. What's up, Brian? Again, if you notice here, not only does it say custom shop, but it has a signature in here, right? So that's like master build. So if it has the custom shop logo, but it's got someone's hand signature in there, that's like a single person makes the guitar from start to finish. It's not a team build. Some EVA, some Ibanez. Love the RGs. Giving a little Ibanez love out there. A little bit more. I'm a fan. Really like this one. I could see myself with a guitar like that. Look at that. I want to live in there. Look at that thing. That's Ibanez custom shop. See, they don't do the relic, but they do the flambe. You know, I'm a fan. A little bit more of the of that J custom Ibanez custom shop. Probably Charvel EVH. I think I'm in the Charvel EVH area. You know, it's really tricky because we're not supposed to take photos of other people, except when we were in here, because I knew everyone signed away their rights, so I didn't care. The roof is closed. You can see the roof is closed down here. The drums are set up, and we're sort of setting up inside. And that's my rig right there. There's my little amp I'm going to use. That's the Black Spirit 200 combo. That's the blue Ibanez. I chose the blue Ibanez, and then of course my backpack is like a goddamn woman. I can't go anywhere without it. There's a nice wide shot for you. What do you like, the wide shots? Sure. Oh, yeah, I got it. So it gives you an idea of just how big this frickin' place was. It was enormous. And I was super stoked to play there. Played in front of 22,000 people. That's pretty good. And there we are at the rehearsal. It is pouring rain out. They covered this all up here to try and keep, right? They covered all these because of the friggin' rain. They got the roof closed. It's raining so friggin' hard. We have a storm passing through. And that's me. The Guitar Guru is, you know, telling the people, giving them some instruction. And so he's standing where I eventually wound up standing, like right here. So we're like really right up front, but he was where I wound up standing for the show. I'm just rehearsing up in a closer spot. Having fun? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're having fun. These are the many faces of Trey. This is Trey thinking about probably guitar. I don't know what he's thinking about there. Maybe food. And then finally he's thinking about his Switch, his Nintendo Switch. That's what I'm thinking. He's like, yeah, you know what I could use right now? My friggin' Nintendo Switch. Damn, I wish I brought it. There's a whole backstory to that. Again, same with A. Many Faces of Harry. 1, 2, and then 3. Oh yeah, well, we're having fun. That's what we're doing. We're having fun. And then there you can see all the amps. You can see where we are. I brought the down so you could see the glowing blue lights. And that night I had a wonderful drink. It was sort of like sugar with lime, and they crush it all up, and they add a bunch of liqueurs. It was quite refreshing. I forget the name of it, but damn, it was good. Harley Davidson was the sponsor, and so they had a thing where we had to stand there while dudes rode in on Harleys. It's like, try not to kill anyone. But, yeah, Harley Davidson was the sponsor of this event, along with Hughes and Kettner. And this is the Guru.
Oh, fuck, it's on fucking... Oh, fuck, it's on fucking...
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, fuck, it's on fucking...
I'm trying to shoot a photo with them, and it's on video. Anyway. That's us walking out. Thank you. Thank you. I can't even explain this. This is my eyes close up, and then we stuck it on Henning's face, and good luck trying to unsee that now. They opened the roof, which was awesome, but it poured out earlier, and I got to say, I was slightly worried that we could have another rainstorm, but it cleared up. It got super dry out and nice and breezy, and it cut down on the reverb massively, because with the roof open, the sound could go out and upwards, and it wasn't reflecting back like it was earlier. It was pretty awesome. And that was my final rig. I was YouTube number 11. The Black Spirit 200 with the guitar. That was my final resting place for the show. And that's Henning on his little spinny wheel. That thing was pretty awesome. And what else do we have? A little bit more inside. It was getting nice out, The sun was coming out. It was so friggin' horrific earlier in the day. A little bit from the outside of the arena. I can show you how big the friggin' arena is. It's massive. It's a little bit more out there. There's me and the other guitar guru. We're a little squinty, though. We have the sun in our eyes. And there's the headphones. So that's the headphones to allow us to all go. Right? It's like, how else are we going to be able to, play all these songs? And that was it, right? If you were green, you were the guitar channel. And if you were red, I think you were the drummer. And if you were blue, I think you were either bass or keyboards, right? And they would set your headset, and you would only get what your part. And it kept everybody with a sync track. I mean, how else are you going to control 1,000 people? So here we are. We're waiting in the. We're waiting to go in. You can see the stands are filling up, and we're in a holding pattern. We had to be stuck in this tunnel for like a friggin' hour. They made us get down here at like 7:30 or 7 o'clock, and we weren't going to walk out till like 8:20 or 8:30. That kind of sucked. I know what they're trying to do. They want everyone there early, but goddamn, it was. It felt like an eternity. I was like, I'm VIP, damn it, but we weren't. Then we get in there, and there's a whole bunch of people. I'm like, check this out, bitches. I was pretty happy. That was pretty cool. What did we open up? We opened up with it. That was our opening tune. And then we're all like fist bumping each other. No, you rock. No, you rock. It was pretty cool. It was pretty damn cool. And then when we were doing, we're doing the, the ballad there, Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. All the stuff came out in we did, what's that, Bittersweet Symphony? And then it's just like E major to E sus, A sus to A major. Right? So it was pretty cool. That was for the ballads. And then at one point they were doing like boom, boom, right, as people walked out. I have more video footage, but it's hard to do video stuff here. But it was way cool. And that's when we were awarded officially like the largest live band ever. That's the guy who organized it. And he's accepting the award. I got a picture of him up on the screen. And then there's a shot of me going, yeah, brah, so this happened. It's pretty cool. And then Phil was nice enough. I took a picture of Phil, and Phil took a pic of me. And a lot of you may have already seen this because I posted it up on Facebook. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, what was the last tune of the night was like then. And then we went. And then we went. And then what did we do? And then we went. And then we went on a medley. Yeah. That was the closing tune. And of course we did of course we had to do that. Yeah. And this might be the last photo or close to it. This was after the show. Everyone's gone out. We're all sort of taking photos. So, of course, that's Phil McKnight and Mr. Fast Fingers, which is Mika. Awesome. Is that it? Oh, no. And this is... I'm heading back to the... I'm going to the airport. Look at the size of this goddamn building. It's like a goddamn ocean liner. I mean, look at this thing. It was so massive. It's hard to describe how huge this freaking building is. And then that might be it. And then I get back on my double-decker plane to head back home. And that might be the last one. Oh, no, here it is. This is the final photo. You see me? You see me in here? I was here, but that's Josh Allen now. And now you can see me. I am right here, right there. There's Stevie, right there. And that's it. And then we're out. And, I have to go back here. And that was my German vacation. So yeah, no, it was great fun had by all. Read the headline. Yeah, I couldn't do a ton of stuff from the Hughes and Kettner thing because, again, I had to be careful what I photographed. And then for the other one, you had to be a little bit careful because they friggin' were not too cool about shooting video or photos. They were really trying to keep a lock on the friggin' on the the images and likenesses and all that stuff from down there. I was like, it got me a little tricky. But anyway. Yeah, if you want to know the set list, I can give you the set list right now. Hold on. Where is that? All right. This is in no particular order. This is not the order it went down because I know for a fact we opened up with Highway to Hell and we closed with the Zeppelin Hendrix medley. But the songs were Learn to Fly, Seven Nation Army, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Bittersweet Symphony, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Zeppelin Hendrix medley, Uptown Funk. Don't Look Back in Anger. Born to Run. That was fun. Hard to Handle. We didn't play that part. All we did was we just did a Dominant 7 comp. Won't Get Fooled Again. Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. Highway to Hell. Smoke on the Water. Should I Stay or Should I Go? Sexy, which I didn't know, by Marius Vostenhagen. Oh Johnny by Jan Delay. Again, this is a huge song in Europe, but not in the States. And Here Comes Alex by Die Totenhosen, which, again, I have no idea. Sounds like some sort of a berry. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm just checking my email real quick. No, that's not the one I wanted to hit. There it is. Okay, there we go. No ZZ, no Metallica, no Striper. And speaking of not feeding the musicians, we had a night rehearsal. And they were like, don't worry, we're going to take a break and everyone can go out and get dinner from the trucks. Well, the trucks friggin' closed. We had heard that was going to happen. And they told us, they're like, these trucks are all going to close. And if people are going to get out of here, there's going to be nothing to eat. And it's going to be friggin' pandemonium. That's exactly what happened. But Hughes and Kettner went out off site and brought us back like a half dozen giant friggin' pizzas. So we're all eating pizza and people are running up like, please, please. And I'm not saying no. I'm like, that's not my decision. And they're bringing us beers and ice cold waters and friggin', maybe not ice cold, but waters and, and all this food. And I felt so bad because we are chowing and everyone else is friggin' starving except for people who packed food. And, man, they were much better organized the next day. At least they had food for people, Yeah, I know, right? Except, right, no scorpions either. What's up, James Byers? How are you? Our pizzas in Germany good? Yeah, you know what? They were pretty damn good. I can't complain. They're not, it's not like an Italian cornmeal crust, but you know what? It was fine. It was more than acceptable. It was pretty damn good, actually. So one other thing I wanted to show you before I forget. When I got back, it's kind of heavy. Yeah. Aye. Oi. Oi. That was waiting for me. It's it's like the one I have, except it's the 3rd gen. So I have the 1st gen. And I was talking to them. I said, yeah, I have the 1st gen. I might get the 2nd. They were like, well, hold off on that. And, oh, that's heavy. And that was waiting for me when I got back. I was like super stoked. And then in another box, I got a whole bunch of Engel pedals, fuzzy head. Let's see what this is. This is a this might be a power supply. Yeah, it's called a power tap. An alpha drive, and then this one doesn't have a sticker on it. Let me open it up. There we go. I think it's a clean boost. Right? Full range boost. Is this a boost? It's a boost pedal, clean boost. The Engel full range. I think that's what it is. Check. Anyway, that was here. What else? The Black Spirit 200 was waiting for me. So I'll do a video on that at some point. What else? I think that's it. I'm going to, I leave for Nashville on Wednesday. So that should be cool. I'm at Summer NAMM Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I fly back Saturday night. So I think Saturday is a public day. So if you're in Nashville and you see me, say hello. In fact, last year I ran into a whole bunch of people, and that was really cool. Met a lot of people at the Dallas Guitar Festival as well, the International Guitar Festival, which is one of my favorite shows. So, yeah, if you're definitely there, be sure to, say, yo, what's up, dude? Do we play any Hanson? I wanted to, but they wouldn't let us. Steve, how nervous were you to perform that night? You're not very nervous because you're one of many. You just turn your volume down if you get nervous. What was weird is they're like, okay, let's do the next song. You hear do go. And it's like, it's so loud. It's like, oh, shit, right? And then I'll tell you the other thing. And I tell you, this is a piece of advice that I think any pro guitar player would give you. When you're done playing a song, right? Don't have this. Hear that? That's because the idiot, he finishes, but then he takes his hands off the strings. Right? Oh, you hear? It's like, dude, volume knob. I mean, I turn my volume knob down between riffs, let alone at the end of a song. When you get to the end of that tune, that volume should be at 0. 0. Okay? Seriously. That is like the worst. As the guy gets ready for the next song. And the amp is super loud. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Turn your goddamn volume down. That to me was the biggest differentiator between the pros there and the amateurs. All the pros, the second they were done with that song, boom, volume knob right down. And the amateurs just left it up because they don't know any better. It's like, whatever. That was friggin' huge. And again, it's so loud, right? Everybody's amp is cranked. People are rolling in giant friggin' Marshall half stacks and like all these big, super loud tweed amps and stuff. So, I mean, it was loud. Yeah, that was it. That was Rant over. Don't be that guy. Exactly. Did you have plenty of time to get the tunes down? Well, I did, but and again, I don't want to sound like a whiny bitch too much, but they put the French show and the German show on the same friggin' page. So for the first 2 weeks, I was learning all the ones for the French show, which was only about half the tunes were the same. And then when I finally got to the German show, I was like, oh my God, I have to learn like half of these songs. And then, we were busy during that week. It was Steve Stein. Steve Stein really came to the rescue of a lot of us and really pointed out, because I will say this, they're not the arrangements that you're used to. It's like... That's not what the real one does, right? It's a right. It's a different rhythm. It's a different everything. But they have to simplify it because you're dealing with 1,000 goddamn musicians. So for Bittersweet Symphony, it was. Simple stuff, because if it wasn't that, we would be lost. And when other guitar sections, so we were in guitar section right, and the other people in guitar section left, it's a different thing, and it's meant to give some stereo separation. And there, when everyone was all together, people said when we were practicing, it sounded like absolute garbage up in the stands. Because they said it's just a wash, it's just horrible. But the ceiling was closed, right? The roof was closed. They said that night when we played, it sounded unbelievable because they got the PA system going, and they had a few guitars that were mic'd up. Steve Stein was mic'd up, and the Guitar Guru was mic'd up. They picked 2 or 3 people from both sides. One was the Guitar Guru and 2 other people. And those are the only people who were mic'd. Everyone else was on a regional mic instead of a close mic, right? So it was no big deal. You think of the number of errors or mistakes that were made in total that night. Yeah, it was probably a lot. But you know what? We had a lot of rehearsals. And like I said, they really did simplify the songs, we didn't have to do all that much. We had parts. It was very much arranged. The funny thing is that it was always like, guys, please, stop playing. And like Trey said, all you had to do is say, anyone who plays between songs is an amateur. He goes, I would have shut everyone right the fuck up. Yeah, Toxic Externity, he knows. Guys, please. Song start. Killing in the name of. Guitar left, guitar right. The whole week I'm learning. I'm like, we're not doing the Bowie song? They're like, that's the French list. I'm like, son of a bitch. It's like, what? I spent the whole week going in, with simple punk riffs. Guys, please, guys, stop playing. Stop playing. Yeah, we pulled out all the classics. It was a lot of fun. Then all of a sudden you'd hear like, and it'd be Toxic Externity over there going like, check this shit out. It's having an episode. Regards from hot, wet, and sunny Brazil. I tell you, it's been muggy and hot around here. A little bit. I mean, not as hot as you. I'm going to say, statistically speaking, you're probably hotter and wetter down there than we are. Yeah, if you guys don't know Toxic X Eternity or Externity, look, it's one of those. Check his channel out. He does video gaming tunes in the metal style, of course. Oh, damn, I'm liking this microphone. I think it's doing a good job. I'm not hearing the guitar come through, like I would with the lav mic. I wound up buying another lav mic, and my God, I could touch the cable and it was making noise. It was just so hypersensitive. I might just go with this one. I mean, it's really not that obtrusive, right? It's not that bad. It seems to be working pretty well. Is that Tone King? What's up, buddy? I'm hitting my headphones over. Someone was asking about the palm thing. That's just lightly touching it. Just get the pull off going. Someone says they like the new mic better. I think I like the new mic better too. It's just not as complicated, and I can still turn it down right here. I can still turn it down right there, so if I have to cough, I can instantly turn it off. I don't have to worry about it. Which one, TK? So that's the CR120C. That is a dark terror. That right there. This one right here. That's the Brent Hines with a 212 cab. That's just a little micro crush. And then behind me, I don't know if you can see it I think on this side I have a couple of like little ones like the Crush 12 and the Crush 20, I think. Palm Mute. Yeah, CR120C. Yeah, it's a beast. That amp is a beast, Tone King. You know, like I was saying earlier, I almost don't know if I could gig with it because it's such a beast that you need a little two-wheeler to carry it around. Even though it's solid state, that's a beefy cab with two big friggin' 212-inch speakers in it. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's like carrying around like a Viper 212. You know, it's got some girth. Maybe a little RR era Aussie. You have any other gigs in the pipeline? Hell no. After you play in front of 22,000, where can you go from there, right? Right? That's like winning the Super Bowl. It's like, you know, I should just retire from live gigging at all, other than like right now. Are you a full-time YouTuber now? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I still get income from some IT work, but very little. Our music careers are over right now. Exactly. It seemed like a great idea at the time, but now you're just one of those hokey Rockin 1000 fucking dads. With his fucking Mexi Strat and his fucking Blues Deluxe. Forget your ESP with your Triumph. Do you know Styx, Mr. Roboto? I don't know that one. I don't know much Styx. You know, that's a glaring omission in my playing. You know. Can you play Over the Mountain? It's like a... The old behind the hand pull. He didn't have, right? He's probably playing it on the Les Paul, right, or the V. And he doesn't have it, so he reaches behind and pulls on the string behind. Frickin' brilliant. I got a million riffs. What amp model is that? I am playing through the one I always play through, dual heavy rig. So it's a twin, right? It's a twin model. It's the DV Mark in one channel in the burn sphere. Just don't call it a fireball. The burn sphere in the other channel. It always cracks me up, the burn sphere. That would be, yeah, you know what someone said you've been practicing secretly. No, I had to practice a lot this week for that stupid show, and, you get your hands together a little bit, Almost ready for NAMM Nashville. Leaving Monday morning. Awesome, buddy. I will see you there. I will be there. I get there Wednesday night. And I'm going to the Roland party. When I get there, I'll pretty much go to the hotel and check in and then walk. The Roland party is 10 minutes from my hotel. A 10-minute walk, a 4-minute drive. So I'll probably walk over. And last year, Cheap Trick was there. And Jeff Skunk Baxter was hanging out. So we'll see if there's anyone hanging out this year. Last year, I was a little starstruck. But this year, I'll be like, we're taking a photo, bro. Queensryche, yeah, I went and saw Operation Mindcrime recently because the guitar player, Kieran Robinson, a Scottish guy, was on tour with them, and I became friends with him from GitCon, and so he got me on the list, to get in, and I got there just as they were going on stage. It was awesome. I caught the whole show, and I will say this. Their fans are friggin' loyal. They knew every lyric to every song. They were singing along. I mean, super, super loyal fans at that show. I was really impressed by the fan base. It was an active participating crowd, and it was sold out, and it was at the Greasy Luck, which is where like Ace Frehley's playing soon. It's not a small club. I think it holds like 450 or 500 people, something like that. But it was sold out, and man, they were friggin' loving it. It was a huge, love fest between the audience and the band. Who else just played there was Nita Strauss. In fact, I wanted to go down, but it was right before I was going to TGU, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't go. I was just too busy. But yeah, Operation Mindcrime. Seven-minute warning. Oh my God! Damn. Oh, well, this night's gone by quite quickly. Any last requests? I'm the One by VH1. That's a shuffle. It's harder. Right. I'm always looking for the answer up there. I'm like. That's hard. Is Shane just showing up? My God. Is Shane here? Was that my In the Blues dude? In the Blues! What's up, dude? He is here. He is here. Damn. All right. Helps if you hit the right notes. It's got to be 2 a.m. there. More like 2 p.m. No, he's about, what are you, 14 hours? Are you at 10:56 a.m.? To play everything again. Okay, so it starts right. Then we went. Then we went. Last request to me would be your favorite fingerboard material and why. Also, do you read all the comments after the show? And I do read all the comments after the show, and sometimes with great regret because people I didn't even notice had come through, like friends of mine. They're like, "Hey, man, what's up?" They're asking like 3 times, and I can see myself looking at it, and I'm clearly missing them. You know, that's what bums me out the most. But I do. We'll go through and see the comments. I will go through absolutely. I don't think I know. I don't know a lot of people asking for Extreme, but I don't know a lot of Extreme. It's been so long. You know, I'm plucking this song out from like the early 90s. You realize that? I mean, the last time I played that song was probably friggin', close to 25 years ago. Oh, thanks, Kindlepin Man. No, you rock. All right, well, it is 8:59, and, I should probably start getting out here. I'm going to give myself a big thumbs up for using this mic. I think this mic really worked out. I think compared to the other mics, it's like less breathing, less background noise. My friggin', air conditioner is running like nonstop with the heat, so I think it really cut down on the background noise, that I always have. So I'm going to say thumbs up for the friggin' close dynamic mic versus the far away condenser. I think it worked out really well. And really digging this guitar. Also, don't forget, I'm going to sell my These two guitars are just a little too similar, and I don't play this one as much. So, if you're ever interested in an American Deluxe Strat, I'm selling that for pretty short money. I think I'm going to ask like $750 for it, which is about as cheap as it gets for a Deluxe Strat. So, just hit me up if you're interested, and that's it. And I think that's it. All right, it's 9 o'clock, and I think it's time to no more Pixie Clicks, or Pixie Chicks. The Pixie Chicks, boy, I could have went with that one. Anyway, the point is we got to end it because it's time to go. Yeah, I think a lot of people were saying that it was sounding good. All right, dudes, no, you rock. No, you rock. I will be heading off to Nashville, and I will be there Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I fly back Saturday night, and should be a pretty awesome time. And I will have another slideshow from that. I'm doing a lot of traveling. And then I'm taking all of August off, and then I will be back in Germany in September. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be freaking awesome. All right, dudes. Well, I am scrolling up. Oh, I'm scrolling. No, you rock. I'm scrolling up, and I'm going to hit the stop stream. I just hit 2 hours and 30 seconds. All right, dudes. No, you rock. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks to everyone who hung out tonight. Super extra special thanks to anyone who contributed. It's really appreciated. And, as always, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. And rock on.